You may be wondering, what is this? That's a visualization I made with Cloud for this video that I want to talk about my favorite science fiction book, Project Hail Mary. All right, so I'll talk about that visualization at the end of this video. Before that, I want to talk about the book itself, the movie adaptation from the book, and of course, my favorite part, the Lego set, which I couldn't not order it. As soon as they announced it, I ordered this, and as soon as it was delivered, I had to assemble it in one sitting. Now I'll put the time lapse of me assembling this Lego set on the screen as we talk about the book and the movie. So the book itself, I think it came out in 2021. It's a science fiction book with some very accurate science within it. The storyline is very interesting and catchy. You can follow the storyline very well. I picked it up. I couldn't put it down. I I think I finished it in 2 to 3 days. Uh, so I think if you like science fiction, I would highly recommend this book because you will enjoy every bit of it. Now, when they announced that there would be a movie adaptation from this book, I was very excited. At the same time, I was nervous because so many things can go wrong with with an adaptation from a novel. And regardless, we booked our tickets for the first day that the movie was released. We went to the theater and we were very satisfied with the movie. It was very good adaptation. I think they did a very balanced adaptation from the book because the book has a lot of science, and if they wanted to include all of those, it probably would have been boring for some of the audience. I think they had a good balance. The production was very well, everything was accurate, and I think from my point of view, I would give it 9.5 out of 10, which I think that's a very fair number and very good. So I was, as a fan of the book, I was very satisfied with the movie itself. Now, going back to the Lego set, which I have it back there. Let me bring it up so I can show you. Okay, this is the final product that you saw me assemble. Let me see. Do you see it well? Yeah. Yeah, this is the final product, so it's a little bit interactive. And it also does have a very small grace. If I can show you, which is can move actually. And then it does have a very small Rocky here. Finally, okay, this is a Rocky. And this is, okay, let me bring you down so you can see. I come down here. There you go. Now you should be able to see how you can rotate the spacecraft. And also you can deploy the lab and gravity with the centrifugal force. So now if you know about the movie, about the story, this is how the lab and then gravity works within the spacecraft. All right, so enough of this. All right, let me bring you up here. All right, back to the normal angle. Now that we talked about all of these, we should go back talking about the visualization. So it honestly started with like me thinking about making this video, and then I was thinking myself, like, what can I build that would be visually beautiful and also related to this topic, Project Hail Mary, the whole book and the storyline. So I started chatting with Cloud and had this idea of can we visualize the astrophage infection on Sun, which is part of the story of the book. The infection kind of spread on the solar surface and how it impacts the solar activity. And then I thought, okay, this is not super visually intriguing. So let's pivot and then add petrol line, add like how Astrophage moved from Venus to the sun, all of those details that we had in the book. So it then came out with like a 4-phase visualization, and then it was obviously missing some details. So I had to go, like, continuously go back and forth and say, hey, we are missing the breathing part. We are missing like going back and forth between Venus and Sun. And so it picked up those details. It added to the initial visualization. At the end, we had to add the movement of the planets across the solar system so we can have a little bit of more details and one more realistic look into the visualization. So I have all of these, like the versions of the visualization on GitHub, the link below in the description, and you can download them, you can clone it, and then use it and build on top of it. So one thing I want to ask you is, now you can, if you have read the book, if you know about the story, you can leverage and use your creativity to build something related to this topic. So if you have an idea, if you want to build on top of what I built to make it much, much better, please do. I love to see what you create. Or if you want to just build something completely different, I also want to see that. So if you build something, either send a pull request or upload it somewhere else, put the link below. I love to see them, and I want to talk about them. So please do if you're interested, and can't wait to see this. So if you like this video, if you like this type of video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.